here, and this is the Red and Blissful Show, Wellness and Human Design Hacks for an Extraordinary Life. Human design is the most in-depth reading on an individual, but don't take my word for it. Here's a real-life testimonial. Ilona opened me up to a whole new way of being my authentic self. Finding out that I'm a generator brought me great relief in understanding my always working on something tendencies and always wanting to create more, especially when I feel inspired. As she read my chart, I just felt like she was reading an unwritten book about me. The most interesting to me has been understanding where I am most susceptible to conditioning and beginning to unravel it all so I can feel more satisfied and less frustrated. I'm excited to keep going deeper down the rabbit hole. When you feel the abundance and want more, invest in yourself by receiving a reading. And here's what I recommend. If you're a person that has already received a reading, or you're fairly aware or in tune with your aura type, so you know your strategy, you know your authority, which I call your inner guide and your inner compass, as well as your energetic signature, which is your type. If you're very clear on that, I recommend a 30-minute session with me. That way we could go really deep, really quick into any areas of career, love, relationship, your strengths, finding out where your blind spots are. This is also a great session too for anyone that wants a new set of eyes on their chart. I also recommend 30-minute sessions for parents, so like for your children. This is ideal, and up to 2 kiddos at a time, because literally I'm just giving you the essentials for you to know. Like, you will know literally what to do, very practical steps for you to support your kiddos in their unlearning or in supporting their authenticity coming through. So some of the things might be things that you're already implementing intuitively, and I'm just going to be like cheerleading you on, encouraging you to keep going, and you actually gain the boost of confidence to keep going strong with those things. And then there's going to be some things, which is my experience, that will come off a little bit more radical, and those things you get to choose and you get to experiment with to see how it's going to express itself in your family dynamic. But there's typically, when I've done parent readings, there's the things that you're already inclined to intuitively to explore and you're already doing, which I will just continue to support, and you'll feel that permission to keep going. And there's going to be some things that are going to be radically different than what you've been practicing or what you have even been told. So you're going to need a little bit of deconditioning there, but you will have the steps to allow your kiddos' authentic self and greatness to be expressed. So those are the 30-minute sessions, great for people that know their aura type, want a little bit more specific dive into the reading, or parents doing readings for their kiddos. Now the 75-minute session with me is a full-blown reading. We get through it all. You'll learn about what you're susceptible to in terms of conditioning, all about your different centers and how you're taking information, what is actually you, so that you could continue to or begin to unravel and really let go of the pressures that are coming through to make you act in a way that isn't actually in line with you. So the more that you shed those layers and learn what to look out for and what to do, basically the deconditioning process or reconditioning, whichever word you prefer to use, you learn all of that. And then you learn about your strengths and you get a glimpse of your greatness and very practical, simple things that you could do on a regular basis to support this unlearning, this reconditioning process, so that what you came here to be or shine as and accomplish, basically your greatness, you will be able to align with that more and like just sit into it more. The more you align with your aura type, the more that you align with your inner guide and your compass, everything else tends to fall into place. But it's fun to know the little details about like your strengths and what your purpose is here and how that's going to show up or play. So when you're deconditioning and when you notice you're just like living it, you're like, oh, all right, the work is working. And then I have unraveled sessions, which I kind of touched on earlier or just a minute ago. They're just additional support for anybody that would like a little bit of guidance as they recondition or begin to unravel from all of the years of conditioning they've picked up. So I have learned that when I give a reading, there's just so much that gets downloaded to an individual in a relatively short period of time that up to 3 sessions. I feel that 3 sessions are just like the best like little chunk of time. I literally give you all the tools. We get really nitty and gritty and like dive really specific to your uniqueness, and I give you all the tools. I'm not here to foster any sort of codependency or anything like that, but I am here to offer support because as human design is fairly new, there's so much stuff out there. So get a reading, get that information, and then schedule or book yourself some Unravel sessions should you like to have a little bit like a ear, like a someone to like bounce ideas off of. Make sure that you're navigating correctly. After 3 sessions, it has been my experience that individuals leave very empowered and ready to continue on by themselves. So that's what I'm here to do, is empower you and support you towards your greatness, so your higher self. So it's like I'm literally just pointing the way back to your essence and giving you all of the tools to notice the signposts. And that's what's so unique about my offering, is that I combine yoga with human design. So as we move through your unraveling process, I will literally give you specific tools that are going to be unique to you, whether that's mindfulness, meditation, breath work, or any other things that are going to be working for you, like EFT, emotional freedom technique. Anything that I have gathered throughout my life, I'm going to curate specifically for you, depending on what you need, your design and your needs, so that you could take that. Now you have a full box of tools for you as you unravel, and that is what those sessions are all about. So all the links are going to be down below or in my profile, so click those, reach out to me, and yeah, see you on the flip side. One more twirl for you and you and you. Ciao.